Live Talks introduction theme music. Alright, so we're live, and this is going to be our last Live Talks here at this location because one man is pissing off, sorry, can I say it, pissing off, is departing to go to Switzerland. And he is going to be choosing tonight's topic. What are you going to be choosing for tonight's topic, Harry?
Walnuts. Why nuts?
Why
nuts?
I think I should give him more an intro before saying.
Alright, you've got 5
He's
seconds.
building suspense. I hope you ain't got nothing to do.
So, we all have a time in our life where shit gets stressful, where time is of the essence. A lot of things happening. You don't know where to start. You don't know where to go. And
If I could turn back time.
that's why the question is,
If I could find my way.
you rubbed off a bit, but how do you organize your life?
Take a nap.
How do you organize your life?
Take a nap.
And this has been posed by Harris Constantinou, who has a lot of experience organising his life, even in uncertain times. Isn't that right, Harry?
It's a difficult task.
Well, let me take you back. The year was 2009. I didn't really have a schedule. I didn't even know what the hell I was doing with my life. I was just randomly pottering around, working in my dad's bar, and there was nothing really much to do. I didn't need to organise my life. I got that through going to college, going to university. It set me up. You have to meet deadlines, you have to have all this coursework that you have to do, research, undertaking, all kinds of different things that you need to do all at once. Multitasking. It can become overwhelming. And especially if you throw into things like society commitments, employment commitments, on top of all that. Like multiple projects all happening at once. It's really difficult. So what I found myself, I've kind of evolved my organisational strategies throughout the past 9 or 10 years. And now I kind of think that it's better to focus on one big project rather than multiple little projects. I think that is putting most of your energy into a main target objective. See what I mean?
How do you find that?
Because we've only got so much energy to expend, man. We've only got so much time in the world. We're all human. And I enjoy overwhelming myself with loads of stuff to do because you don't really have time to get pissed off or sad about little insignificant things in the world, We've got all these things to focus on. And you can seem like you're being productive when you've got lots of work to do. Say, I've got A, B, C, D, E, F tasks to do. But ultimately, if you look at the bigger picture, and you go, well, do I really need to do D and E? What about F? What is F? What is that giving into my life? Are they really necessary? Maybe they're the easier tasks, you do them first. And ultimately, I think it can overwhelm you. You can become a little bit, you don't get 100% to your main tasks.
What do you need to do?
How do I organize my life? I know it's a question. It's a very difficult question to answer since I haven't figured it out yet. But can you ask me in 5 years' time?
So do you use anything like Google Calendar or anything like this? Any apps, any technology?
I've attempted to use Google Calendar. I've attempted to use multiple different journals. I've attempted to use wall planners.
Wall planners? So what would the form of a wall planner do? This way you can erase and it's like a whiteboard, but on it, right?
Yeah. Try that. tried endless pieces of paper with endless plans on. I'm sure if I went through all my pieces of paper, I can find it. They'd like take me back to 2007. How do I organize my life? Badly.
That's a legitimate answer at the end of the day. But you've got something to improve on there, don't you? Clearly. Oh,
That's why I posed the question. So
yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement. It's difficult to balance everything, to, still have time. It's always ticking down. It's always ticking down.
Well, here's the thing, I view time as a currency, and how you choose to spend it, because you've only got a finite amount of hours in a day, and year, in your life. You don't know how many hours that could be.
Fair.
So we don't know what interest rate we're getting on hours in our lifetime. But I do think we should view our time as being as crucial as you do organise your money. And I think I've been very lackadaisical in my life. I've taken the line that I like to go with the flow, and I don't like to overwhelm myself by having too much rigidity in my day. I like to have a lot of flexibility. But you can fall into the trap of procrastinating, right? You don't organise your life. Somebody like you, for example, you've just completed your bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, one of the busiest degrees you can do. On top of that, you've also had time to visit your girlfriend. You've also been the aerodynamics team leader of a final student. So a lot of things going on. So how did you organise your time with that?
I don't know.
Did your strategy? Did you have a strategy straight from high school, and then you utilised that all the way throughout the degree, or has it evolved?
I think that the idea is to know how long things take, kind of, plus minus a bit. You can have a bit of fun in there, but knowing how long things take to accomplish, and then it's well like fitting those puzzle pieces together. About you have a board, and you have a lot of pieces, and each one has it's imagined like it's like a little box, and it's written on it how long it takes. So you have to manage to fit all those, and you arrange them in a way that they all fit together inside your little time slot window. But the question is, when it seems like it doesn't fit, what do you do?
Well, that's when I think you've got to, personally, I've learned that you've got to be a bit brutal with your selection of what's important in your life. I think when it gets to a stage like that, maybe you're taking on too much. What are your priorities? Are you saying that, say for example, you have 10 different tasks to do throughout your day? You're saying that all of them have equal weighting in terms of how important they are to your overall goal? And I think it's important to have an end goal in sight, because then you can prioritise accordingly. So if you have a bit of a vague idea of what your goals are, I kind of would like something like this in the future, maybe something. If you like that with your goals, and then you won't be able to prioritise. Which is more important? Can I sacrifice actually doing task F and G, and instead just do task A, B, and C, and give my time on that? So I think when you get to that stage, I could be wrong. I think I'm right, but I could be wrong. Somebody might disagree. I think you've overburdened yourself with too many things.
Did you refill the overburdening aspect of life?
How do I organize my life? I don't organize my life. I tend to just go with the flow. I go with the flow because it's what's easiest, because I find it very difficult to organize. I find it difficult to think ahead. I only focus on what's in front of me.
I like that. It's a strategy. It's like, strict, rigid control of every aspect of your life on one extreme end of the spectrum, and then you've got absolutely no control, spontaneity, go with the flow on the other end. You know, I think being on either end of the spectrum can be disastrous. Maybe I know too much control can be disastrous. I don't quite know about the go with the flow. It never works for me personally, just going with the flow. But some people I know, it works for them because they're able to. They've developed skills to react naturally to whatever life throws at them.
I think it's important to have balance of everything, and that's why it doesn't work. Because like I said, maybe my current method, and I'm not saying it's working, it works. It gets me to where I need to be, but it's not the best situation in the world. But because that's how I deal with things, because that's just how my brain is, I can't think, it doesn't think ahead. It can only focus on what's in front of it. What's in front of it, focus on it until it moves on to the next one. So the way I prioritize is by seeing what's in front of me, or what I'm trying to learn to do is by seeing what's in front of me and saying, okay. So right now, situation B is taking up a lot of my time. Is it important? Do I need to deal with it? Yes. Can I deal with it later, or do I need to deal with it now? I can deal with it later. Okay. Let's move on to situation C.
So you do this as and when you go through life, you encounter situation B, and then you have this thought, or C, and you have this thought process. You do it linearly, like, let's go task A. Task A has introduced itself in my day.
Well, that's what I do now.
That's
Yeah.
what you do now. Right.
Before, I would have just done task B until I could do task B no longer, and then pass out from exhaustion or go into a spiral. Now it's a case of, B is causing stress. Is B good or is B bad? And then technically it's when B's bad. If it's B's good, I probably wouldn't think about it so much and just do it anymore. But if it's bad, then I'd be like, But now, as I'm saying this, I realize I should actually take that into consideration for good and bad situations. Because sometimes things that seem good at the time, that's something I'm good later on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like, emotions, we're trying to think that we're logical people, but it's very hard to think logically all the time. So how do you know yourself when you're thinking logically and when your mind has gone from logical to like fucking chaotic, emotional?
I can tell the difference. I know when I'm being logical and I'm being emotional.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
How?
Because, it depends. Actually, no, I need perspective to tell. At the time, like today,
Exactly.
when I was stressed, I was saying stuff I probably shouldn't have said. And then later on, I was like, dang, no, actually, I didn't say anything I shouldn't have said. I didn't say anything particularly stupid. But it was more like, not necessarily didn't have to be said, kind of thing. So, yeah, the emotions got the better of me. So, with perspective, I don't have to say.
But see, that's
emotional.
Later it's way too late. How do you react? How do you know at that moment? How do you know,
So that's something, I don't know, you can't really change it. I don't know. Can you change? I don't know if you can change your initial reaction. I believe you can change anything about yourself if you believe it and want to change it enough. But if you don't believe it and want to change it enough.
Going on that line of thinking in terms of organisation, I was recently discussing with somebody about people who get into a job or a career and they get trapped in it. They absolutely hate it, and but they've got a family, they maybe have a mortgage to pay, they've got commitments, responsibilities, and they can't just leave their job because they've got money, but they really want to better themselves, to get a better job or to have better, improve their skills so they can have better prospects in the job market, or change career totally to something that they're passionate about. And then saying, well, how would you actually do that when you work in, say, 9 to 5, you have an hour commute, so say you have to leave at 8, you get back at 6, and you've got your family, you've got everything like this, Monday, Friday, you've got weekends, you're too exhausted at the weekend, how do you get from that? Well, organisation, and I think one idea, which people would probably scoff at first, is, right, if you've got to be up at 8 o'clock, or say 7 o'clock to leave at 8, Well, why don't you get up at 5 and then you've got 2 hours in the morning? Get all the shit done that you need to do in the morning. Maybe read up, do some homework, whatever you can do to improve your skills in that 2 hour slot. And then that way, over time, eventually, you'll improve yourself and you'll be in a position, hopefully, that you'll be able to. It just means getting up earlier. Because most people aren't going to have the energy at the end of the day to do that. By the time you get home at 6 o'clock, have something to eat, maybe they go to the gym, whatever. It's just, they want to go to bed. So how would you organise your life if you're in that situation? Would you agree getting up earlier and doing your work? Would it be a good idea?
So this is something we talked in the past, and formerly known as miracle morning, which is the act of waking before you need to wake up.
So let's, for anybody that's wondering, check out a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, or The 5 AM Club by Robin Sharma. It's also another good one. That's kind of what we're talking about. They both give a good account of how you can wake up before you normally do and get all this done. You've been doing that quite regularly, haven't you?
I've done it for. See, that's the. It's easy when you have a routine. You know, even if the routine is harsh, if there is a routine, it's easy. Like you.
I see.
When. Like it doesn't matter when like how early you have to wake up and like how late you come back. But if it's the same every day, it's doable. When you have such a varying day-to-day, like the day-to-day life and stuff to do, then it becomes much harder. Then you have to. You know, you can't even organize yourself because like then you don't even know what's going to happen the next day. So you have to be able to just like quickly adapt and change everything, and you don't have time to reorganize. You just have to you have to go with the flow, but then you have to go with the flow intelligently and logically, and it's hard. It's hard.
I think I was going to say something more. I forgot what I was going to say. How do you organize yourself when you have no routine? How do you organize yourself when you have? It's all about. I think when it comes to organizing yourself, it's all about why you're doing it and the motivation behind it. Motivation is very important.
Oh, we're gonna have somebody on the phone here. Yeah, so I think if you've got
I have no laptops.
you've got motivation. You've got motivation to see. I forgot the question now.
It's saying
If you can organise yourself if you haven't got a routine, right? So if you've got this is what I'm saying: motivation to prioritise, and you've got an end goal. So like your life could be totally topsy-turvy. You know, you may be doing shift work where you're swapping shifts and you've got a shift pattern. But I think all it really takes is setting aside a couple of, maybe an hour a day somehow to work on these things and organise your life. Because I think if you don't have a goal or an end game, I think too many people, I think, just, you know, they're living week to week, day to day. You know, they don't really know what the end is, to what end. It's just they're surviving, basically. But deep down, I think most people want something more than that. I think having a goal, setting priorities, and having some kind of purpose, or you're driven towards something where you can prioritise your day and your week and your year.
Exactly. I feel like it's like how to organize your life. You need to. It's all about. It's not how to organize it. It's why.
It's why. The question is why. You're right. Exactly.
Because you need to be the reason why you do it, the motivation why you do it.
This organization. Shit happens. You gotta deal with it. Quick. Okay? You gotta make choices.
Well done. Well,
2 minutes.
Good job.
I have it back.
So he comes up with the topic.
So you have to think.
We've got 11 minutes of this talk left, by the way. So
1 minute on the back. I have to turn that hand up.
okay.
Okay.
That's
So
sorry.
it's a case of no. Okay, it's a case of why. Because once you know why, so how to do it is easy. It's like for me, I know why I need to organize my life is because one day I plan on having 1 million children, and I plan on being a millionaire. So in order to do that, I need to work on my business. And then in order to work on my business, I need to be able to
Here's a question.
survive living.
Your goal is to be a millionaire, but you don't care how you get there. You just, is that not quite vague?
Are you discussing my topic with me? Talking about how to organize my life.
So you want to be a millionaire, which you will be,
Yes, totally.
but you just like, you're driven by that purpose. So this is where I'm getting to. It's vague.
Oh, my
but it's-
motivation.
Yeah, your motivation. It's vague, but it's also flexible because you're not strictly one track. You're like, you've got one goal, but you've got almost an infinite number of ways that you can get there.
Yeah.
So you'll be constantly calibrating your life to get to that one main goal, right?
Yeah.
Rather than having your whole life planned out and this is exactly how it's got to be, this is exactly the amount of control I've got to have, it has to look exactly like this. Right?
That's where I guess the balance comes from what you said earlier on. You know, it's like take it one thing at a time, but also having control. It's about being in the middle. You know, I have a bit of control, but I know where I want to end up. But I'm not like so stringent on how I get there. So yeah, my motivation when it comes to organizing, it's about. So I know I want to be a millionaire. I don't want to have lots of kids, and in order to do that, I know I need to have a business. I know I don't want to work for somebody else. So then, in the case of how do I make my business successful, and I know in order to make my business successful, I need to work. So it's like, okay, so I have to work 9 to 5, but I'm like, I still need to work my business, so that means I need to either do my business in the morning, go do my business in the evening, go do my business at weekends. But then all of that, I organize my life and put all those plans into place because I know what my goal is and I know what my motivation is. So sometimes it's like, so for me, when you ask, how do you organize your life, it's why do you organize your life? When you know why, you can figure out how.
So this is important. You gotta have motivation. You gotta be saying
Yeah, you missed it.
when you left doing whatever dodgy deals with
Selling pans to the
selling selling pots and pans. They were definitely yours. They were. But they
That's
were.
pots
Yeah.
with an S.
So you gotta have the why, which exactly I think that's an important question. Why? And so CG has his reasons for wanting to organise his life and how he does that. And we're saying that he's got a life goal, but it isn't strict, it isn't rigid. He's got infinite number of ways that he can get there. And so he prioritises his life and week kind of on the spot because he knows that he can get there through a number of different routes. And then he has to keep calibrating his sort of schedule and his organisation. But he's got, whereas a lot of people, they don't have any idea of their goal, maybe just go week to week,
So
paycheck to paycheck, you know?
my question to you is why do you want to organize your life?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm living the sine wave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the sine waves sometimes are good, but sometimes it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
But there's, you know, it's creating a type of environment where you sometimes you have stuff to do, and other times you're so drenched, so much stuff where you get stressed, you get actually like it's not an enjoyable feeling, and having it doesn't have you don't have to organize everything to the letter, but having a structure that allows you to eliminate that variability, I don't know, maybe put a capacitor in your life.
So you want structure in your life in order to
Yeah.
give it a bit of to level it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think structure will level out your life? Do you think that's what your life is missing? Do you think that's what it needs to level out?
I think so.
You know, I think at one point, I think the problem is that your life is a sine wave, but I don't think you can escape that. But I think there's too many harmonics in that sound. There's too much variation within.
The amplitude is too high.
Or the frequency is too much, really oscillating between
So
the high point. What
Yeah.
maybe you just need to.
maybe it's the case of, instead of how to augment your life, maybe it's the case of how to stop the oscillations from being so high.
Oh yeah. That's the
Yeah.
end goal.
And you reckon having some organisation structure? I think a lot of research has been done that structure and routine is required for us. As humans, we need it.
I think it's structure and routine is required, but in order to do something like such oscillation between, I don't think it's good, because what happens when your structural routine disappears? If your life is based on your structure and routine, your structure and routine goes, and everything goes.
So, that is a possibility.
Structure and routine is important, but it's important, like everything else in life, it's balance. It's about having a bit of structure and routine, but
It is a
also
balance.
going with the flow.
Well, I'm not saying it should be completely collapsed.
Yeah.
You know, right now I'm below the balance. I'm towards the chaos.
But you know what? This is the
I want to
thing.
reach the balance.
We need balance is key, and I think we need variety in our life, but we also need certainty in our life, right? So we need things to be different enough and exciting enough and spontaneous enough that it keeps us entertained, keeps us occupied, it keeps us driven and motivated. But we also need that stability and certainty in our life. And I think having routine is one way of doing that. And routine is something as simple as, like, the stuff that's been done on just getting up at the same time consistently every single morning, the effect that has on our sense of well-being and our motivation for the day. I look into it, there's a lot into that, and that's just because you've got routine. Like, look at the most basic form of a human, a child.
I think
They need routine and structure in their
I think
lives.
routine and
They're all
structure
good
is good,
humans.
but just to give, I guess, I feel like it's to give you routine and structure to that. Routine and structure give you balance, which is what you're saying, right? Having routine and structure in your life as a child would to give them balance and to help them and to raise them so they have a guideline to follow. But in order to create that, you decide what you want to do with your days, and then you plan your life to that. But then also, I would take another look at, as to why you're oscillating, and to make sure it is something within your control or out of your control, and at least know whether it's something, whether it's something else that needs to be fixed, or whether it's organization that needs to be fixed.
So you're saying that we can go down the track of trying to organise, control things in our life which we have no power over.
Exactly.
Mm,
So just make
So
sure
it's been
you
able-
know why you're trying to organize.
exactly. That's a good point.
If you're trying to organize something you have no control over, it may feel better for a while, because it may provide some control, but then once you lose that routine, you're like, oh shit, you'll just be, maybe 10 years down the line and still back in the same spot.
So we're back in the same spot.
You want to make sure you fix whatever it is that's niggling at you, control your life.
Right, free progress. Yeah, that. So we got just a little under 3 minutes of this live talks left. I was wondering, to kind of wrap it up, round it up with our, say we have them a minute each to tell us. I think, let me go, I'll go first. Might as well. So I think, having lived both ends of the extreme, I've lived
A life that's pure.
at home, and I've lived a purely unpure life. How's that? All right, okay, so what I have done is I've lived both ends of the spectrum. I've lived the completely free-flowing, go with the flow lifestyle, where there's absolutely no control or no desire, no ambition, no goal to achieve. But I've also lived the other extreme, where I've tried to control every single little aspect of my life, and even down to the half-hour segments of the day, I've planned it out. And I can tell you, both do not work for me. Both are destructive to my life. And I've kind of oscillated between variations, but now I've tried to come into the middle. Definitely think a balance is required, and that's what I found has worked in my life.
So I reached the final curtain, my friend.
Oh,
I got my best. Yeah, what James said, balance is key. Knowing why you need to organize your life, and then finding an organization. Don't try and control something that's out of your control, and don't try and control something that's not. But I just said that. Don't try and control something that's out of your control, and don't try and over control something. Just draw that final curve.
I think I just realized something. Life can have its oscillations, but we're the ones who control, and we're the capacitors. We're the ones who, by the way that we react to that oscillation, it is we increase that oscillation or we dampen it. So it's up.
Shut up, Google, stupid bitch. Pardon my French.
It's up to us to react in a way to dampen the oscillation.